Hey y'all, I'm back with another video. In today's video we are doing a quick weave blunt cut bob. I just showed y'all the cap I use. I use a dome mesh cap. I be using different caps nowadays, but that's the one I'm using today, child. So we're gonna use that, y'all. So I'm putting it on the mannequin head. When you do this, you want to make sure your cap is completely stretched out because you don't want to have a cap that's not going to be fitted all the way down. So make sure when you use your T-pins, you are stretching that cap all the way out so you don't be having all those lumps and bumps. You know, you just don't want no lumps or no bumps in a wig, period, whether it's the cap or the hair, whatever. So we're stretching that cap up so that we are able to lay the tracks down completely flat and we get the full length of the cap. Y'all know what I mean. So that's how it should look in the front, and we are gonna go right into our closure piece. This is a closure piece. This is not a full closure. This is a middle part only. So when you lay down that middle part only, it's just like you laying a full closure down. It's literally no different. You lay down the part just the same. You want to clip the front, clip the back, and then you want to make sure that you're sewing from one end to the next end, meaning you want to sew the back last. But this is such a small piece that you really don't have to too much worry about that too much. But if you are doing this type of closure, like, you know, you want to sew one end, either the left or right side first, and then go to the opposite side and then go to the back. But I'm just gathering the hair out the way, and then we are starting sewing on the right side, and I'll come back to y'all when I'm done sewing this side. So to construct this wig, we're using our 30-second hair bonding glue. Basically the Quickweave wigs, they're real easy, y'all. Like, they're literally just a side to side motion, once again, like any other wig that you do. The only time that I don't know, I kind of do a slight upward curve, but in the back when you're first starting, I feel like the smaller the pieces are in the back, the fuller the wig is overall. So if you do decide to start right in the nape area, it's going to be very full, but it's still going to be full the way that I'm doing it as well. But so I'm not necessarily going from ear to ear, but you can go ear to ear. There are so many different ways to do these wigs. Like, it's literally not, girl, it's up to you which way you want to do it. But I'm basically not necessarily going from ear to ear, but I'm kind of starting from a little bit below the ear, and then I'm just stacking those tracks literally on top of one another. So wherever I put the first track at, whether I could have put it closer to the back area, the nape area, or I could have put it wherever I put it, you just want to keep extending a little bit further every time you lay each track down. And that's pretty much the key to doing quick weave wigs or doing sewing, closure, frontal wigs, whatever you want to do. You just want to extend the next track further and further out as you go. So I'm pretty much going to be doing that until I get to the top of wig, and then I'll come back and show y'all what's going down, big baby. But I'm loving this red. Wait till y'all see how this bob really come out to play. But let's get into this wig making. So we all done with laying all the tracks, and we getting ready to lay that small piece down. So this is still going to apply if you're doing a full closure or you're doing a part. It's going to be the same technique. You want to go ahead and unravel that hair that you put away. And then what I like to do is I like to break the closure or the closure piece, in this case, down into sections. So my first section is going to be the back for sure. So what I like to do is I like to part the back piece. And then once I part that back piece down, I like to go ahead and hot comb that back piece down so that she intact and she in place. And it's going to be the same, literally it's the same technique for a regular closure, a full closure. You want to part the back of it first, and then you want to hot comb the whole back of the closure. And then once you are done with that, you want to go ahead and split the closure down. If you have a full closure, in this case, what you want to do is you want to part the closure into smaller sections, and then you want to hot comb each section down on its own. With this, I really only it's a part only, so I really only have to do each side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hot comb the right side first, and then I'm going to go ahead and hot comb the left side secondly. You'll see me kind of touching that up throughout the video. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. And if you have a frontal, it's literally the same thing, but you just part them into smaller sections. You see how small this part is? What you want to do is, if you have a frontal or a closure, you just want to make just the same size amount of sections, and then you want to hot comb them down, and that's how you get the flattest results, I feel like. And then on top of that, you're going to see me put down a wax stick. So if you can get the Care wax stick from the beauty supply store, or any other wax stick, I use the other wax stick that's in a yellow wax tube. I don't know the brand of it, but you can use that wax stick as well. Those do wonders. So once you actually flatten out that part, or what you want to do, you want to definitely go ahead and use that wax stick to give it that extra security. And then we're going to move right along into styling the wig next. Right here, I'm just plucking apart, regardless if you have a full closure, a frontal, a part only, whatever you do, you want to definitely make sure you secure that part. For this bob Quickweave, it's only going to be a middle part, so we're going to make sure we have that middle part down and intact. So I'm going ahead and plucking all that hair to make sure the part is really defined. And then on top of not only plucking that part, I'm going to go in with some concealer, and then I'm going to better make the part stand out with that concealer. So you'll kind of see me doing that in this clip as well. But I just want to point that out. Plucking the part is important. Don't just hot comb and flat iron your wig. Pluck your part, girl. I don't have to if you have a full closure or a full frontal, full lace, you will have to do, like, the front parts of the wig. But in this case, we only got to do the part only. So yeah, make sure you don't skip that step, girl, because that really give it that va-va-voom. So now that we're all done with the plucking, we're going to go ahead and get ready to get into styling this wig and making little baby a whole bob. So what I like to do is, before I go ahead and actually start cutting the wig, I want to make sure that the wig is properly flattened down. I know the hair looks kind of straight, but I like to just do my quick little run through just with all of the hair. And I'm just kind of flattening all the sides down. Nothing major. I'm not parting in small sections because we're going to go through later on and flat iron the wig down straight, and you'll see that. But we're just kind of marrying all of the parts together. The top, we just did the closure piece, so we're going to marry that with the bottom of the hair so that we are kind of marrying the two, and so that we're able to go ahead and cut afterwards. So yeah, just go ahead and continue to just do that quick run through with the flat iron so that you will have that even the even in sectioning where everything is together, so that when you cut the wig, it's not all over the place. So that's what we're doing now. And then you'll see me kind of go ahead into using my clippers. Got to use my liners to do any type of bobs, any type of blunt cuts. This is way better than the scissors. If you don't have liners, you need to be using liners. Like, girl, what is you using? So we're going to go right into our liners next. And then we're going to cut. You're going to see me cutting. So I'm going to cut across. I'm going to look and see what's going on. The key to cutting pretty much to me is making sure your wig head is positioned upward so that it's kind of higher than you. It was kind of low in the beginning, but you will see me kind of straighten it up and straighten the part out. So it's just cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting until you get to that right, until you get to that Bobbiana that you want. So let's get into this cut. You see, big baby is plucked and cut all the way down. So now what we're going to do is we are going to use our argan oil. This is my secret weapon to having a perfect wig. It is a serum. It's not an oil. Let me make that clear. It is not an oil. It is a serum. It's kind of similar to a BioSilk, but I love this one so much. I use it on like my clients' curly hair. I use it on the straight hair. I use it on everything because it's lightweight, but it still gives you the sheen and it still gives you that added just volume and voluminous kind of look that you want with the wigs. So I use that Moroccan oil when I'm doing anything, and it's not going to make the hair oily or greasy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm sectioning off the wig, and I'm just flat ironing it. When you get to flat iron the Bobbiana, baby, do not curl her under. We don't want them curls from when we was in the 4th grade. We want a slight little bump. You see that? A little bump, a little boop. It's just a boop. But you don't want to curl it in case you're going for a curly look. But if you're going for that standard, that bob, that blunt cut, you just want to kind of just do a slight little curl under. So we're going to go ahead and go through and curl all of the wig, and then we'll be back.